Park Town Board. Please join me as we salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So first we need someone to make a motion to accept the minutes,
Motion we accept the minutes?
and that's for the last two meetings, April 20th and May 4th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Donna.
And next up, we have a public hearing.
Notice is hereby given that the Town of Hyde Park will hold a public hearing on the 2014-2015 MS4 Permit Annual Report for the Town of Hyde Park, Dutchess County, New York, on Monday, May 18th, 2015, at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Hyde Park Town Hall, 4383 Albany Post Road, Hyde Park, New York. A copy of the proposed 2014-2015 MS4 Annual Report is available for inspection by any interested person on the Town of Hyde Park website or at the office of the Town Clerk during regular business hours. Please take further notice that all persons interested shall have an opportunity to be heard at the public hearing. By order of the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park, dated May 6, 2015, Hyde Park, New York, Donna McGrogan, Town Clerk.
All right, well, besides the staff, doesn't look like anyone's here to comment, so I guess we will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion?
Second?
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And our first workshop this evening is the comptroller.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
I just want to touch base on a few items that you have on the agenda, and then the independent audit report that was distributed to you. So I just want you to make sure that you get a chance to review that. And because of scheduling, Aileen would like the presentation of the report to be June 22nd. I think that was in some of the correspondence emails, if that's all right with the board. And what I'd like to do is have this filed officially, because there is best practices, and I believe it might be a requirement of GFOA. I don't know if it's a requirement of the state for sure, but it should be filed within 60 days of the report. It's dated May 7th, the cover letter. So I don't see any problems with us filing it officially with the town clerk's office. Historically, you don't file it until after the presentation, but the presentation is a month from now. So I'd like to file a report, and I don't see any problem with it.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to officially correspond to the town clerk and give her the appropriate copies. They usually give us, like, I think I have 25 copies for distribution. Okay, if you get any odd questions on the report from individuals, you can always refer them to me.
Did
Okay.
you talk to Aileen about filing it? Was you okay?
I did not talk to her
Okay.
about that, because she's away and I didn't want to bother her.
Okay.
She's on a glorious weekend of her graduation.
I know it.
And I've gone through those, they're great. On the items on the agenda, item number 5 is the collateral agreement. That's standard practice, we're just updating. I just want to bring you up to date. I'll skip 11 for now. We're going to authorize renewal of the town procurement policy and town investment policy. They should be done annually, so that's just a renewal. There's no changes that we're recommending in those two policies. There were changes recommended in 2014, but right now we're going to leave them as is. The big item on the agenda, well, item number 14 also, donation of the police car. You know, with these buying of secondhand cars, and now we're accepting a donation of the car, we've restructured the police fleet pretty good. It's come up quite a bit. We were fortunate to receive an insurance proceed from a wrecked car, so we proceeded to restructure the police department fleet. So it's in pretty good shape for maybe a year or two. So we'll see. You know, eventually, you know, we were looking to buy another new car, but right now, what we've done with the second-hand used cars, it's in better shape than it was. As far as the refunding, I'm going to call it a refinancing. Emily likes to refer to financing too, but
Well, it's
let me
like
hand this out.
financing your mortgage. I mean, that's,
exactly
yeah,
what it
it's not a refund.
Well,
So, yeah.
the actual terminologies they use in the bond market
Thanks.
It says refunding.
It's technically refunding, but I think it makes more sense to talk about it as refinance.
It's a refinancing. The official term is, it's a refunding. I brought this to your attention, I think, 2013, so roughly 2 years ago, that we were looking at this bond issued, that the town issued in 2005 for various purposes. It was for road improvements and machinery. It was originally issued for $4,450,000, so now it's down to $2,695,000, the principal balance. So if you go to the first page, I just want to cover the refunding summary so you understand what this basically entails. The refinancing is similar to what you do on your refinancing your home mortgage. You're going to issue it, reissue the debt, the principal outstanding plus interest that might be in term, plus issuance costs. We're folding in the issuance costs, et cetera, so the total refunding is roughly $2.8 million. It could differentiate based on the time of the closing. So what we're doing is refinancing for a lower rate, because what the anticipated rate is something like 2.5%, basically because of the market and because of our bond rating. These bonds are outstanding roughly for, still outstanding for about 4.5%. Okay? So on the summary page, it's just for information purposes. It tells you how the amount of the bonds will be $2,000,008, and it tells you the makeup of the $2,000,008, the underwriter's discount, the issuance fees, the actual principal and interest that we're going to refinance, and it goes into an escrow account to pay this off. So the total is $2,000,008. If you skip to page 3, in a nutshell, what's anticipated? This is going to be a little variable, but it shows you the total new debt with principal and interest. In the third page, it says debt service comparison. If you're on that schedule, you'll see that the new debt will be $3,119,224. Okay, versus the third column, the old debt is, if it's still on the books, it's $3,328,000. So the actual savings in interest expense only is roughly averages about $20,000 a year.
That's great.
Okay, which is good. We worked on this for quite a while. It's set to go. You pass this resolution tonight. There's a period that we have to wait for, and then the fiscal agent will move on this, and then we'll close this probably, hopefully, in July. So it's basically just refinancing debt that we have. So it's a no-brainer, yeah.
It saves us $210,000 over 10 years.
Right,
That's
and
fantastic.
now, the other one is the EFC is the lead agent that we really don't have no control over, is the debt that the town incurred on the closing of the landfill. They are refinancing that debt, so we're going to have another additional savings with that. Okay,
That's excellent.
all righty?
So my understanding, it's no cash out of pocket, right? It's all folded in, and we're going to save $20,000 a year for the
Average
next
about
10 years.
$20,000 a year.
So that's great.
These
Okay.
were all from 2005?
Excuse me?
These were all from 2005?
2005 bond issue, yes. That they issued.
Large
go.
road
It's usually around the 9 or 10 year span you can do these refinancing, and this is 2015, so it's been outstanding 10 years.
Okay.
Okay. All righty?
Thank you.
Thanks,
Sounds good.
DC.
Thank you.
Thank you, TC. Safe drive home.
And next, we have the environmental assessment form for the Farm Lane sidewalk.
So on the agenda, you have Resolution 10, which is the resolution issuing a negative secret determination for the Farm Lane pedestrian path project, authorizing the execution of a licensing agreement with Central Hudson, and authorizing the town clerk to solicit bids for the project. But before we can do any of that, we have to do an environmental review. And we have prepared a Part 1 of a short-form environmental assessment form with the help of our engineer. Just giving us information about the project. And there's nothing that I found alarming in the Part 1, so that we can go to the Part 2 and simply answer the questions, which is the impact assessment. So I'll just read the questions, and hopefully you'll agree with me on the impact. Well, let me just explain, and for those who don't know, that the project consists of the construction of sidewalks, within property owned by the town and along the eastern side of Route 9 from Farm Lane south to the southern boundary of the town property, a distance of approximately 700 linear feet. So that's what the project is. First question, will the project create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? I say no. Just tell me if you disagree, and I'll check them off as... Second, will the proposed action result in a change in use or intensity of the use of land? No, very minor, a small impact, not a moderate to large impact. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? Absolutely not. It will improve the character of the community. Will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? No. Will the project result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass traffic, mass transit, biking, or walkway? Yes, it'll be a moderate but a positive impact.
Yeah.
Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public, private, or private water supplies? No. Will the proposed action impact public or private wastewater treatment utilities? No. Number 8, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources, for example, wetlands, water bodies, groundwater, etc.? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. All of those issues will be taken care of by our engineer in the construction of the sidewalk. And will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. So if you all agree with me, then we will have that signed, and when you do the resolution, you will be issuing what we call a negative declaration, which means that you don't find any significant environmental impacts as a result of the project, and a draft environmental impact statement does not have to be prepared.
Thanks, Warren. On the part 1, you got my message about changing the no to a yes on number 2.
Yes, we can do that.
Was just a
Let's
the wrong
just-
box check.
Let's just deem that changed. And that was,
Great. Part 1, number 2.
Part 1.
let me get back to that. Yes, it does require a height, that, it was,
Yeah, it's just the wrong box.
just checked off the wrong box. So it does require a permit, a highway work permit. It was answered no, it should have been yes.
Great, thanks. All righty, moving right along. Any public comment on the resolutions? Doesn't look like anyone's here, so I guess we'll keep on moving. And Dave, you want to start with the first resolution?
Certainly. Resolution 518-1 of 2015, resolution authorizing the town clerk and highway superintendent to solicit blacktop bids for the 2015 road construction season.
Second?
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. People might be interested in knowing which roads the highway superintendent has selected for this year. It's basically all of Greenfields plus Kari Boulevard. So it's Abbey Road, Buttonwood Court, Water's Edge Road, Crest Hill Lane, Rockledge Road, Sherwood Lane, Woodland Circle, and Kari Boulevard.
Resolution 518-2 of 2015, resolution approving a memorandum of agreement in connection with collective bargaining negotiations with the Hyde Park CSEA Town Hall Unit.
Second?
Second?
And all in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 518-3 of 2015, resolution approving New York State Department of Environmental Conservation 2015 MS4 permit annual report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Resolution 518-4 of 2015, resolution declaring town-owned vehicles and equipment surpluses are authorized to be sold at public auction.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
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 Resolution 518-5 of 2015, resolution authorizing the town supervisor to execute the government banking supplemental collateral agreement with TD Bank N.A.
Second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 518-6 of 2015, resolution authorizing waiver of the application fee for the flood development permit needed for the reconstruction of a portion of County Road 41 in the town of Hyde Park.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 518-8 of 2015, resolution authorizing return of the balance of escrow for planning board projects.
Which one are you doing?
Oh, he's...
We got a little out of order
Did I
there.
miss one?
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I
want to
can
go
do
back
the
and
next one.
Scratch that.
I think you just really don't want Ed Signa to step down from the planning board.
Okay.
None of us do.
All right, we'll do 7. Resolution 518-7 of 2015. I didn't really want to read this. Resolution accepting the resignation of Edward Signa as member of the Town of Hyde Park Planning Board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're
Good.
very sorry to hear that Ed has a family matter that he needs to attend to, and hope that he'll be able to come back to the planning board
Oh,
in the future.
Oh, good, yes, good man.
Resolution 518-8 of 2015, resolution authorizing return of the balance of escrow for planning board projects.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 518-9 of 2015, resolution accepting a donation for Music in the Parks from the Hyde Park Rotary. They're donating $200 for Music in the Parks. Thank you so much.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is it number 10? Resolution 518-10 of 2015, resolution issuing a negative CEQA determination for the Farm Lane Pedestrian Path Project, authorizing the execution of a license agreement with Central Hudson and authorizing the town clerk to solicit bids for the said project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So we're going out to bid on that. That's great.
Wonderful.
Who are we up to?
Voice vote.
I think we're reading the capitals, not the...
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll
okay.
do it.
Resolution 518-11 of 2015, a resolution authorizing the issuance pursuant to Section 90 or Section 90.10 of the local finance law of refunding bonds of the Town of Hyde Park, Dutchess County, New York, to be designated substantially public improvement refunding serial bonds and providing for other matters in relation thereto and the payment of the bonds to be refunded thereby.
Second.
And would you call the roll, Donna?
Councilwoman Svensson.
Aye.
Councilman Ray.
Aye.
Councilwoman Barron's.
Aye.
And Councilman Schneider.
Aye. Resolution 518-12 of 2015, resolution renewing the town's procurement policy.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Resolution 518-13 of 2015, resolution renewing the investment policy for the town of Hyde Park.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 518-14 of 2015, a resolution accepting the donation of a 2006 Ford Crown Victoria from Metro North Police Department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Metro North.
Thank you.
And the last one, Resolution 518-15 of 2015, resolution authorizing the attorney to the town to sign a consent judgment and settlement of Drush versus Town of Hyde Park tax cert proceedings.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just a reminder, this was settled with the assistance of our assessor, and there was a waiver of any refund of town taxes.
Excellent.
In accordance with them.
Good work. All right. Anything else for tonight?
We have the parade coming up on Monday.
Yeah, Monday at
Memorial
10
Day.
o'clock is the Memorial Day Parade. I hope the weather's good, and I hope folks can be there.
Absolutely.
And, yeah,
Yeah, anybody living along the parade route, we would like to have their grass mowed, have it look nice for the parade. Coming up, I'll be around to remind a few people. I think a little work needs to be done on, most places look great. Thank you.
all right. A motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What does it mean now? There's no tax refund?
There is a,
Ah, but she still holds the record.
normally,
Just want to check on one, because when Wednesday, I got tied up, and they needed